So I'm going to start off by showing you some of these wreaths that I made. I got how to make it from a YouTube video, but I personalized it by using paper from an LSAT book that I had. So I had the LSAT book, and instead of just throwing it out, you can tell it was old. I decided to make one of these paper wreaths out of it. And let me just go ahead and show you a few of these. You could also use tissue paper, so you can really make it really festive by using some tissue paper and making a paper wreath. All you have to do is, if you don't have the old metal hangers, you could always get a wreath form, but the person's video recommended just taking a wire hanger and putting it around. So you could just do a YouTube search for that person's video. Let me see if I can get this one in for you folks. And you can see how this can be used all the time. You don't have to just use it for, the holidays. I'm going to show you another one just to give you an idea. So you can see how you can make it personalized by putting your old papers, old books that you would normally throw away. And just search. I think I found it by searching on YouTube under paper wreaths. So let me show you another one also. You can make a lot. Like, I made a lot in just one sitting. And you could always, make it so that you can put other colors on the side. So when you look up the video, she gives really good instructions on how to make it. And it's really pretty. I showed you in a previous video this empty jar that I put this decoupage on. I added another empty jar to it, so you can see how you can make a set. All right, so just so that I can show you all of these little tips, you could always probably make some paper flowers and put it on a wreath out of the tissue paper. So I think that would be so pretty. Okay, so now we'll go into the gang stalking. So I'm going to sit down and talk to you about the gang stalking. So I'm going to let you know there's a television on in the background, so you may hear some things, but there's a history of people who blame victims when victims come forward with, abuse, that we're conniving, we lie. That's just a pattern of behavior for some people. And the other thing is that, people want to feel that a victim is doing this for attention. People want to feel that the victim is doing it for attention. I put it the other way, but you guys got to see that. I'm not going to redo it. If you see a mess in the background, so be it. I'm not in any way going to filter out my videos. I want my videos to be exactly as it would be if you were here with me and experiencing this firsthand. The sad thing is that it's a pattern of behavior with people who are abusers. It's not just me. The other thing I wanted to tell you folks about the gang stalkers is that when we are telling you folks what's happening, they're constantly, they say that they go and they consult with one another and they kind of come up with a new strategy. But that shows you that these are gang members, because they're doing things strategically. They're not doing it because they care. They're not doing it because they want to make sure I'm just being seen as a liar. They're doing it to get something. So it goes to show that this is a form of manipulation. So they said they regret putting me in this program, quote unquote, because the program isn't designed for someone like me who doesn't have a history of criminality. Did you just hear something? Who doesn't have a history of criminality, who doesn't have a history of these type of issues. It's for people who they feel they can easily manipulate and take advantage of. So what I'm telling you is that you guys get to hear in my videos these people. They're not coming forward and knocking on the door and saying things. They're yelling things out, and they're not doing just to me. They do it to other people also. So I think what happened was, once they started doing it to me, and I'm very vocal. I tell you guys, I don't really keep secrets. I'm not a secret keeper. And once they started doing it to me and I started talking about it, they then became more aggressive. I think that was something that I anticipated. I figured, okay, once I talk, they're going to become very aggressive, and you can hear them. There's so much else I wanted to say. So I told you in a previous video, they target the nose, the eyes, the top of my head, the temples, the back of my head, and throughout my body. People have been posting pictures of where they target. They also target my backside when I'm bending over, because they said that the pain can travel to a specific region, and they tend to like to travel to the areas in that area, because then they say that they can create these video images to kind of stimulate arousal. And that's part of what they're doing. I told you folks that in listening to them and researching them, they said this is a way to break people into prostitution, especially children. It's disgusting, but this has to be told. The truth has to be told, and these people have to be outed. If you're using these videos or this technique to break children into prostitution, it's rape. It's child abuse and it's rape. There's no such thing as child prostitution. And if you go to my @FashionFunFemme Twitter account, this was something that I, along with many other people, tried to convey. We have to get to the bottom of how these people are allowed to abuse not only children, but I told you in a previous video, people who they feel are vulnerable, the elderly, people of color, people with disabilities, whether it's mental or physical. These are the people they target because we are vulnerable. They also, okay, do you hear something else? So I think what they're saying to me is they put the sound out into like a speaker system outside. So when I was going to get someone to come inside and get this sound out of the apartment, then they put it outside, and later on they put it back inside. So what they do is they have some sort of hum. It's like, it sounds like sometimes a low hum, sometimes a high hum, and based on the type of hum or sound, it picks up the voices. So they can throw the voices outside and you hear it, and it sounds like I'm on the 14th floor. It sounds like someone's right outside my window, like I'm on the ground floor. I'm not. And then when they feel like it's okay, they put the sounds back into the apartment. They put it on the television. I have a Vizio TV and an old TV. So what I did was I wanted to make sure I can record them and share this information with the world. And when they put it on the television, they want me to record the television, but it doesn't sound the same. This is a more true to life sound than when it's on the TV. So what the hum does is the hum sort of translates it. So they said I have to be between 2 points. But as I told you before, there's nothing on this side of me because this is the street. That's a window, so that's obviously the street. So it would either have to be above and below, but what it is now is it's outside. So they wanted to make it seem like it's the neighbors. I can't tell you that. Oh, they're going to cut me off soon.